So which one is that? Passage. This is what I've been telling. Always bank on the passage and it will not disappoint you, it will not let you down. Very simple. They look difficult, some of them are really difficult, but it is not that difficult as it appears to be. The first 5 questions, what do they deal with? To save time, because it's already 4:15, you see how many sentences? 4 or 5. And the first given sentence repeated the first one, am I right? We'll see the first, second, third, fourth. I'll read out the first sentence, then I'll tell you how to look at this sentence and how to find the correct one. The trend toward, please underline the word toward. When you start reading this, the first thing, this word stops you. You may think of towards, but let me tell you, both mean the same, both are absolutely right. Toward, towards, both are right. There is no difference whatsoever. I'll show you that. Toward, towards, both mean the same. There is no error. The trend toward a decrease in the working hours is already evident. In the longer weekend, underline the word weekend, given to employees in many multinational organizations. Here, all these questions, they focus on one particular word, or one particular grammatical aspect, or one particular spelling related aspect. The first question deals with 2 words which come under confusing words. One is already, singular, one word. Second, already, all, pause, space, ready, 2 words. Based on that, in the given sentence, please underline the word already. Is it the right word here? Already evident. Right or wrong? It is right. Who said wrong? It is right. Now we'll check one by one. The second option. Why 1-1? Same thing. The trend toward a decrease in the working hours is already. Already, is it right here? Mark it wrong. The trend toward a decrease in the working hours is already. Again, is the spelling right? Mark it wrong. The trend toward a decrease in the working hours is all in already. Does it sound right? No. The trend toward a decrease in working hours is already evidently or evident? Strike off the word evidently. So based on one word, you don't have to read the entire sentence 5 times. Get the key word, focus on that, check every sentence, then you can decide for yourself which is the right one. So what is the answer here? The given sentence is the right one. That is option number 1. Right? Shall I go to the next one? But before I go to the next one, please write these words quickly. Toward, towards. Both mean the same, both are absolutely right. Both mean the same and both are absolutely right. Weekend, which part of speech is this one? First one. Please write noun. What is the second one? Verb. It could be past or past participle. And what is the actual verb here? Weaken. Weaken someone or weaken something, to make someone weak. It is a regular verb. First one is a noun, the second one is a verb. So I would like to go to the second question, and today I have to do it very fast. These take a lot of time. You got to listen very carefully and respond promptly. This is to some extent confusing. I'll read out the given sentence. Using it wisely, leisure, not leisure, leisure, promotes health, long life, efficiency, and happiness. Seems right. We'll see the second one. If used wisely, leisure promotes health, long life, efficiency, and happiness. This also seems right. Hold this one. Third option, having used it wisely. Does it sound grammatically right? Mark it wrong. What is the fourth option here? If it is used wisely, leisure promotes health, long life, efficiency, and happiness. This is perfect. Hold this one. If when using wisely, is it right? Some students ask me, sir, why not The first one, not the given one, the second one, if used wisely, leisure promotes. That also seems right. Between the second and the fourth, you have to use a pronoun. If used wisely, what? Compared to that, if it is used wisely, leisure promotes, this is clear and complete. So what is the answer based on that? Fourth option is the answer. Please write the meaning, you all must be knowing. Leisure means what? That is what you don't have. Right or wrong? That is what precisely you don't have at this juncture of your life. That is a dream come true. Right or wrong? And write the word spare. What is the combination? Spare time, free time, leisure time. Please write one more expression, spare body. You may think master is crazy. How can we have a spare body? Is it possible? Say yes or no. Do you have a spare body? Does anyone have a spare body? But what does it mean? Please write the meaning. The word spare has two different meanings. One meaning is spare means free, extra, spare time, extra time. The second meaning, please write the word lean. Write another word skinny. A bag of bones, idiomatic expression. That is English, not my own creation. A bag of bones means what? A thin person, skinny person, someone who looks like a skeleton. Now we don't see those personalities, unfortunately. When I was young, India known for lean people, but today surprisingly, India stands in the second position when it comes to obese people. That is very unfortunate. So we'll go to the next one. Shall I go to the next one? What is the question number? This is again a bit difficult. We want the trainer to be him. Please underline the pronoun him. That is the first one, am I right? We want the trainer to be him who has the best rapport. Here T is silent. Underline the word rapport. I'm going to show the meanings later. First you listen, then when you see, you write. Rapport means a perfect understanding between two individuals at the workplace, usually. Rapport between the manager and the employees means proper communication and perfect understanding. We want the trainer to be him who has the best rapport knowledge about the subject and the most superior communication skills. Now you have to, this question is based on pronoun. Based on what? Pronoun. Whether you have to use the subject form or the object form. The question is all about that. Now you have underlined the word him. Which part of speech is it? Obviously pronoun. Is it the subject form or the object form? First you make a note, object form. Object form. How many options are there? Third option, who has. Fourth option, please underline him. Fifth option also him. If you are really good at English grammar and at the outset you tell yourself, in this sentence, in this context, we cannot use a pronoun in the object form. It has to be in the subject form. Once you realize that, how many options you can discard? 2 or 3? I think the first one, third option, first one given sentence, and fourth option and fifth option. Then your choice comes down to second and third. What is the difference? We'll see. What is the second one here? We want the trainer to be he who has the best rapport. Underline the word he. We want him to be the trainer who has. This is also right. We want him to be the trainer who has, or better, we want him, you have to use him only, here you cannot. But the problem with this option, you are changing the entire pattern. You cannot do that. What is the given pattern here? Please underline, we want the trainer to be, that you cannot touch. But in the next option, what is the next option? Or the one we thought of. We want him to be the trainer, the pattern has changed. Now based on that, what is the second option here? We want the trainer to be he who has the knowledge. Here we have to use the subject form. Based on that, what is the answer? Second option is the answer, but not easy. How many of you have got this one right? Not easy, so don't be disappointed. Easy ones you don't get it right, you have to be disappointed. Tough ones you don't get it right, cool. It's a tough question. You can afford to leave how many questions out of 30? 9. One of the 9 questions. Take it that way. Shall I go to the next one? Are you guys here? Yes. This you respond so well. A rapport. Please write the meaning of the word rapport. It's a very good word. Tomorrow at the workplace you have to use this quite often. A close and harmonious relationship. Harmonious means no disturbance. Have you written the meaning already? Ah, you're amazing. I've just displayed and you have written. That's really beyond my comprehension. A rapport, a close and harmonious relationship. Have you written? Fine. What is the question number? How many of you have learnt conditional sentences? Raise your hands. Conditionals. For those students, this is an easy question. This goes with, as I said, whenever you see the word if, you have to think of conditionals. Please underline the word if. And you have to focus on the verbs. Underline the verb. That blue shirt, shall I continue? Shall I? With your kind permission, I would like to continue. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you. Please underline the verb were. Were is in present or past? Then you underline would. Present or past? When you see the helping verb to be in the plural form, in the past, and in the other clause you see the word would, which conditional are you supposed to think of? I'll give the choice. Don't be hasty. Open conditional, hypothetical conditional, past conditional, zero conditional. How many of you say hypothetical? That's very good. Please make a note. This is hypothetical. Hypothetical conditional. In hypothetical conditional, one clause we use the helping verb to be in past, or we use one clause in past, and the other clause we use the word would in place of will. Open conditional, if clause we use present tense, here we use past tense. Main clause open conditional we use future tense, here we use in place of will, would. Now, those who have learned conditionals, I would like to ask the question, is this right or wrong? Immediate answer. How many of you say the sentence, given sentence is right? That's wonderful. Please make a note. The given sentence is absolutely right. No grammatical error. So how does it go? If she were to win the Olympic medal for one, you may get confused with this expression, for one. That's an expression in English, for one. I would be surprised. Absolutely no problem. So what is the answer based on that? First option is the answer. And do make a note, hypothetical conditional. This question is based on parallel expression. Morning some batch I was talking about parallel expression. Do we have, you were there. Parallel expression not easy. In the exam, you got to read very carefully and look at the verbs or nouns or adjectives and make sure that they're in the same form or they are the same grammatical units. Then you can spot. I will highlight certain verbs and certain words. I will read that way. Please underline. The soldiers were told to take. Please underline the verb take. Take what? A long, arduous hike. We'll see the meanings later. Pitch their camps. Which part of speech is take? Verb. Pitch. Noun or verb, but here it is a verb. Their camps, have dinner. Again verb. And that they should be in bed. Do you see some difference? Take, pitch, have. But the last one, they should be in bed. Does it go with the same pattern or different pattern? Different pattern. So it is not parallel expression. All the verbs should be in present, and here it is not in present. They have introduced a helping verb. What is the helping verb here? Should. Cannot use that one. So reject the given sentence. Where do you find all the words, all the verbs in present form? Which option says that? Go to the third option. Please underline, take. We'll focus only on the verbs pitch, have, and be in bed. Fourth one, take along, pitching. Pitching is right or wrong? Then fifth option, the soldiers was or were. Then second option, take, pitch, have, and they should be. Again, not right. So what is the answer now? How many of you have got this one right? I see only a few hands. As I said, these are not easy. But they ask quite often. They ask questions related to, please make a note, what is this question about? Parallel expression. Or you could also write parallel structure. Now it looks like a movie theater. When I enter, I feel I'm entering a movie theater. You know why? Matinee is over. And first show, when you enter the theater, what do you see? Those matinee is over, they walk out, and first show people enter. I feel that way. So parallel structure, not easy. Have you got the answer? Write these words. First write the meaning of the word. Arduous means what? Involving or requiring strenuous effort, something very difficult. Something very difficult. Sometimes writing the meaning is also very difficult for some students. They don't bother to write. Then we use this expression. It is arduous to write the meanings of the words. So many words. Pitch, usually a noun, cricket pitch, but here it is a verb. It goes with, please write, have you written the meaning of pitch? Please write hiking. Hiking. Also write trekking. You know the word trekking? Hiking? No. I would like to ask a question. What is the difference between hiking and trekking? Hike means both are related to walking, long walks. Hiking means walking in the countryside, plains. You know, mountain region, plains. Countryside, plains, not mountain region. If you take a long walk in the countryside or in the plains, that is known as hiking. When you take a long walk in the mountain region, then it is known as trekking. People prefer trekking and some people prefer hiking. Shall I go to the next one? How many have we done so far? 5. You know how much time it has taken? Almost 20 minutes. I don't know whether we are going to get the time for all the questions. I doubt, but I'll try to finish because all the questions are important. 6 to 8 or 9. 6, 7, 8, what do they deal with? Please make a note, cat model. Now you should start liking or loving cats. What is the reason? Of late, questions are based on cat model. Are these easy or difficult? But before that, I would like to ask a question. How many of you have attempted these questions? Raise your hands. Not bad. This seems to be a good batch. A lot of students. I appreciate. Now, what are these about? Para completion. Please make a note. Write the complete words. Don't write letters. Then you wonder what do the letters stand for. Waste of time. Para completion. So what do you see here? You see a short paragraph. Usually they are short, obviously. And the last sentence is removed. Based on the contextual awareness, based on to what extent you understand the context, the main idea or the line of thought, you should select the last sentence from one of the options, from the options given. What is this about? Are you guys here? So what is this about? It is about astronomy. Astronomy is a scientific study of celestial bodies like stars, galaxies, planets, asteroids, meteorites, all these things. But specifically this talks about Planets. Please underline the word planets. And this is about, I will read out the first one, the paragraph. 3 centuries have passed since the polymath. Polymath means an intellectual, a person with a lot of knowledge. I'll show the words later. Sir Christopher Wren predicted that a time will come when men will stretch out their eyes. They should see planets like our Earth. By most astronomers' accounts, that time is just about nigh. Nigh means near, close, proximity. Indeed, detecting the big planets, please underline big planets, orbiting other stars is no longer tricky. Nearly 450 such exoplanets, underline the word exo. Exo means what? External. Endo means internal. Have been catalogued. Smaller rocky planets orbiting at a comfortable distance from their stars, as the Earth does remain more elusive. Now, what do you understand from this? First, you have to understand. Do they talk about locating the big planets easy or small planets easy? Locating the big planets easy. And they've done it. How many of them? 450. Based on that, when they try to catalog, you see more or less of big planets. Shall I repeat? They have observed the big planets. Based on that observation, they want to catalog, list out the various planets. Then in that catalog, do you see big planets more or small planets more? Big planets, obviously. So the last sentence should be related to that idea. What is the first option here? Oh, some more sentences are here. Most exoplanets have been discovered by inferring their presence from the rhythmic warble their gravity imparts on their home star, like a waltz between 2 dancers of markedly different weights. The problem is that this method favors the discovery of large planets close to their stars. It talks about a particular method, and that favors discovery of not small planets, discovery of large planets. Then what is the result of this? What is the first option here? As a result, the catalogue of planets is filled with huge bodies, means large planets, basking brightly in the light of their sun. So does it sound right, the first option? Second time, does it sound right? No. How many of you say yes? Raise your hands. How many of you say no? Raise your hands. Why no? Others are just relaxing. Let them relax. So it is the answer. What is the answer? The first option is the answer. As a result, he is talking about what they have been observing and why they have been observing, and based on that, what is the result? So the very expression, please underline, as a result, not the first one, second one, first one. As a result, the catalogue of planets is filled with huge bodies, large planets. Answer is the first option. So please write quickly the meanings of some of these words. Polymath, a person of wide knowledge or learning. Please try to write quickly. We don't have a lot of time. We are still with the 6th question. Polymath. Write the word intellectual. Walking encyclopedia. You have got that many a time. A knowledgeable person. Have you written the meaning of the word polymath? Then you write nigh. Nigh means what? Near, almost. Exo, external. What is opposite? Endo. Exoskeleton, endoskeleton. Biology terms. Then write the meaning of are they big enough? Can you make out? Okay. So, wobbling means what? A movement from side to side that shows poor balance. When someone drinks a lot, how does a person walk? One step this side, one step that side. And you get scared. Any moment the guy may fall. Okay. That is what we call a movement from side to side that shows poor balance. Waltz is a form of dance, Mexican rather, ballroom dance movement. This is not the time to think of dance, serious time. So just write the word and meaning. Have you written the meaning of the second word? What is the third one? Basking. To lie or sit enjoying the warmth, especially of the sun. Get exposed to the sun. Go to a beach, get exposed to the sun, then we use this word. One meaning. Another meaning, when you achieve success, everyone talks about your success. Then also we use the word basking in the glory of the success. Another meaning of that. Have you written? Shall I change? Okay. Question number 7. The basic principle in magic is that if you believe in the magic you do, the audience will too. So what does it mean? Where is the key? The magician, obviously. You means the magician. Secondly, magic does not happen on stage, but in the minds of the audience. How does it happen? First, you have to believe. If you believe, that means what? You take the initiative and you make it happen. Right? That is the idea here. And what is the first option? Magic is like a tree that you water and nurture. Is it relevant? No. There is psychology to magic? No. A successful magician just triggers off the magic. Trigger off means what? Initiate, make it happen. The first sentence talks about that. You believe in magic, audience will also believe. So what is the answer based on that? Third option is the answer. A little alteration to a card, a coin or napkin can create magic. Not relevant here. Please write the meaning of the word nurture, take care of or feed. Feed someone, nurture, or take care of someone. When I see some papers, I feel very happy, at the same time tensed up. What is the reason? Time factor. This paper we need at least 1.5 hours minimum to explain all the questions. But we have only 60 minutes. Nurture, take care of, or feed. Trigger off, to put in motion or move to act. Make something happen. Trigger off means what? Make something happen. Have you written? Question number 8, a bit difficult. Iceland has a lot of volcanoes, and it is a rare decade when one of them doesn't erupt. Means what? They erupt regularly. If it doesn't erupt, it's a rare thing. Carry on, I'll wait, no problem. So why is the eruption of that particular volcanic eruption? It is very difficult to pronounce, so I don't want to give it a try also. Okay, causing such chaos. Chaos means what? Confusion. Don't say like master's explanation. Okay. And what does that mean for the future? Please underline, what does it mean? That is a question. The answer to the first question is that that particular volcanic eruption is peculiarly well attuned to messing with international air travel. Please underline international air travel. Most eruptions of a similar size would do a lot less long distance harm. Now, first question they gave the answer, you have to look for the second question answer. The answer to the second is that very little is known about the effects of erupting volcanoes on air travel. Not relevant here. I told you to underline international travel. You have to choose an option which talks about international travel and the impact of this particular volcano on international travel. The answer to the second is that many of Europe's busiest airports will remain out of action for some time. This seems right, hold this one. What is the third one? The answer to the second is that the future of air travel, at least in Europe, is bleak. Europe restricted. What is the fourth one? The answer to the second is that less well attuned but considerably larger eruptions are all but certain in decades to come. Here, international travel, please underline Europe's busiest airports, one thing. You have to decide between the second and third. And what is the third one? Future of air travel, at least in Europe. Air travel, as I said, in the paragraph it talks about international air travel. When you take busiest airports, it doesn't talk about travel. But here in the third option, there is an expression. What is that? Future of air travel, at least in Europe. That is also international, obviously. So based on that, what is the answer? The third option is the answer. But not easy to make out within the stipulated time period. Please write the meaning of the word. If you know, don't write. Go to the second one. We all know the word chaos. We have got it so many times. Attune, make receptive or aware. That is a good word, attune. Make receptive or aware. Have you written? Yes? What next? 9 and 10, what do they deal with? This is also para completion. Reasoning based. I think this is a higher level. Again, CAT model. Here you see a short paragraph. Then based on the paragraph, you have to go in for either inference or assumption. Reasoning, not easy. First you have to understand, then you can think of the options. Shall I read out the first one? Deep down, the Greek economic crisis is yet another manifestation of what I call the political trilemma. Please underline the word trilemma. Tri means how many? Three. Of the world economy. Economic, what are they? The writer talks about. One is economic globalization, underline that. Political democracy, underline that. And the nation state, underline that. What are the three things the paragraph talks about? One is economic globalization, political democracy, nation state, means independent country, sovereign country, are mutually irreconcilable. Irreconcilable means what? They are not possible. They are not mutually compatible. Not compatible. And he says we can have at most two at one time. All the three not possible, only two of them possible. Then he gives the combinations. What is the first combination? Democracy compatible with national sovereignty. That means nation state. First combination. And in that case, globalization doesn't take place. What is the second combination? Globalization and nation state, we must jettison democracy. Jettison means push out. Now you have to think of the third combination. Which combination has not been touched? Only democracies can accommodate globalization and the concept of nation state. Here, how many are there? Please respond. I want you to be very attentive and respond. 2 or 3. Then is it right or wrong? Based on the paragraph, only 2 possible. So what is the second option? If we want democracy along with nation state, globalization will have to be encouraged. Then again 3 you are going to get. Possible or not possible? Strike off that one. If we want globalization along with democracy, the feeling of nationalism must be strong. Again, you are talking about 3 things, not possible. Only 2 are possible. If we want nation state along with globalization, democracy is mandatory. Again, you are talking about 3, not acceptable. The writer talks about only 2. What is the fifth option? If we want democracy along with globalization, the nation state must take a back seat. Means what? We have to keep it aside. Here in this option, how many are possible? 2 or 3? Only 2. The paragraph talks about possibility of only 2, not 3. So based on that, what is the answer? This is more like reasoning. Have you got it? But not easy. See, all of you should remember some of these questions. Please listen, relax. Of late, as I say regularly, the papers have been proficiency based. Proficiency means what? To what extent you are good at a particular language. So in what terms do we talk about being good at a particular language? One is speaking, second is listening, third is reading, fourth is writing. But in this exam, from the exam point of view, which skill are we looking at? Reading skill, obviously. And when you read, whether you can comprehend or not, within the stipulated time period. And the time is very short. For one question, you may get 30 questions. What is the time given to you? 20 minutes. That means for one question, what is the time you are likely to get? More than a minute or less than a minute? Less than a minute, that means it is like a race against time. A race against time. When it is like a situation talks about race against time, then you come across lengthy sentences, unfamiliar sentences, difficult context and difficult words. Obviously you panic and you go in a zigzag manner, not easy. But, I repeat, but if you practice a lot papers like this one or tough papers, slowly you get conditioned, slowly you get used to these patterns. One thing that will help you in the long run. Second, you should make it a habit to read a tough passage every day or at least twice a week. Take the passages or articles from The Economist magazine. Those articles are very difficult to comprehend. Over there the sentences are convoluted, the vocabulary higher level, written per the native speakers, educated native speakers, means Americans and Britishers. So when you can understand those articles, you can understand these. And usually they write about whatever is in the limelight. In the exam also they always give whatever is in the limelight, very simple. But you panic and you avoid, you don't spend a lot of time. And this paper, I'm sure, a lot of students might not have touched many of these questions which are difficult. And what happens here, hope you guys are listening over there. No, not all of you, over there. So after this session, you may think, no, I will spend some time. Because while taking the mock test, no time. Then you came here straight away. After the session, you tell yourself, I will read, go through the questions. That will never happen. What is the reason? Again, you are ready for the next day. Again, it is like running, no time. But you have to allot some time. That makes all the difference. Not every paper, at least tough papers. That will help you in the long run. So please write the meaning of the word manifestation. Indication or display, manifestation. If you know the word, don't write, that is your choice. Trilemma, a difficult choice from 3 options. Tri means 3, you can easily make out. Have you written the meaning of the word manifestation? Okay. Irreconcilable, that's an important word. Irreconcilable, incompatible, at odds. There is one idiomatic expression, please write the preposition at loggerheads. At odds, incompatible, at loggerheads. They mean the same. At loggerheads is an idiomatic expression. What is the meaning of that? I don't know why some students, they look like that. You can't make out. Those guys over there, I think some problem with the view. Is it visible? Can you make out now? Okay. At loggerheads, idiomatic expression. Imagine in a family, all the time the wife and husband argue, fight, then what do you say? They are always at loggerheads. You got the meaning? And in a party, some political leaders, they always argue. Then what do you say? They are always at loggerheads, arguing, fighting all the time. Write the word jettison, offload or remove. This goes with aircraft. Aeroplanes, sometimes they have too much of load. Then part of it is jettisoned. Means what? Offloaded. Have you written? What next? Question number? I really doubt. This is rather easy. People who regularly put in overtime and work 10 or 11 hours per day increase their heart disease risk by nearly 2/3, research suggests. The findings come from a study of 6,000 British civil servants published online in the European Heart Journal. After accounting for known heart risk factors such as smoking, doctors found those who worked 3 to 4 hours of overtime a day ran a 60% higher risk. In many ways, it confirms what occupational health doctors already know, that work-life balance plays a vital role in well-being. All the following can be advanced for supporting the above argument except. Which option talks about not happy at home when the person goes to the office? Which option talks about that? What is the third option? People are likely to spend more time at work when they are not happy in their personal lives. Is it possible? Is it practical? No. So what is the answer? The third option is the answer. It is not practical. We cannot come to that conclusion. Now almost 40 minutes, I could complete 10 questions. How many questions? 10 questions. I will give the choice. What is the choice? Now you have a passage. It's an important passage. Don't say no. Before I could complete, she says, no, sir. It's an important passage. What is this passage about? It is about digital economy. Today we all talk about digital economies. You can't afford to skip this passage. And so many words are there. Choice one, go with the passage first, then touch the other questions. Choice two, go to the other questions and reserve the passage till the end. If time permits, we do it. If time doesn't permit, we'll do it tomorrow. Passage now or later? Oh, unanimous. Unfortunately, there is a problem. What is that problem? You know the meaning of unfortunately? When people are tensed up, they get confused. Once a particular function, I was a student, I was doing my MSc Botany, and you all must be knowing inaugural function, valedictory function. So one of them, the student was to speak, one of the students, and on the dais, the chief guest, the vice chancellor, the HOD, the science college principal, everyone was there, and this boy, a junior, first year student, and he was to say something positive about the department. So he was asked to say. When he went onto the stage, he saw a lot of people, all the dignitaries. He was damn scared, and he got tensed up, and he started, unfortunately, we are in this department. And everyone started laughing. He could not make out why are they laughing. He wanted to say, fortunately, we are in this department. But out of tension, unfortunately, we are in this department. Whatever it is, here, why I use that word, this I could not get one particular exercise. You don't see, I cannot display that. Where is this Nani? Please come over here. All of you take the hard copy, go to 21 and 25. 21, 25 display here. Keep changing when I say question number. So 21, 25, what do they deal with? Are you guys here? What do they deal with? You see one question, how many pairs? How many sentences? 3 sentences, and each sentence with 2 confusing words. So not easy. Takes a lot of time, and you should know the meaning of each and every word. Only then you will be able to make out which option is the right option. But here, you can use a bit of common sense and presence of mind based on your confidence, based on to what extent you are very sure about the options. You can go with based on first one, how many options are there? One is the right, and like that you can take elimination approach. So we'll take each sentence. I will ask you to respond. What is question number 21? The first one. When the band came on stage, the stadium erupted. Do you have the same questions? No, not this one. Not this one. I wanted the actual paper. Usually other faculty members, that one, 21, you go. No, I'm asking you, the hard copy, the same question you have. So we'll continue. Let him do his job. We'll do our job. So sentence number 1, when the band came on stage, the stadium erupted. What is the in acclamation? The second option, acclamation. Now, what do you think the answer is? First one or second one? Answer is the first one. And this word comes from, please write the word acclaim. Acclaim. What is the spelling of acclaim? A-C-C-L-A-I-M. Be here. Okay, acclaim. Write the meaning of that. Acclaim means to praise someone, to praise someone, to appreciate someone openly. And that acclaim is a verb form. What is the noun form of that word? Acclamation. So here one is the answer. Next one, I am anxious, other word eager, for this semester to be over so I can relax. Now please underline the preposition for in this sentence. Will you say anxious for? Anxious about. That is a preposition. But eager for something. I have been waiting eagerly for something. Based on that, what is the answer here? Second, eager is the answer. What is the third one? I cannot decide. Third one, please put a star mark. Between, among, you all know the standard difference. What is it? Two things or two persons, we use the word between. More than two, among. But there is something more. What is that? When you talk, the other day someone asked, when you talk about different things, more than two, you can use the word between, one thing. But this doesn't talk about that. Here you have the word or. Please underline the word or. When you use the word or, you are talking about the option. Then finally it comes down to two only. Two, what is the word you use? Between. Now which option talks about that? That is the answer. Very simple. Okay. And I've got something to say. Yesterday I appreciated one student who sent the piece of paper, he has written the same doubt. And the other day one more student, that boy usually talks to me, you asked a question. My only request, please don't ask questions about the next day's paper. Do you understand what I say? Today's paper, you ask the question. Tomorrow's paper, don't ask the question. I hope it's clear, all the students. And one more thing I would like to say, when you want to ask a doubt, today's paper, you are not able to, you could not, then we upload the video, right? There you can message. Your doubt you can write. Sir, could you please explain? Then I will respond. You understand what I say? That is better, because here it is not possible. Now we'll go to the next one. What is the question number? 22. 22, the first one. Your conduct on the field violated the double N, single N. What is the word here? Cannons. First one is a gun, big gun. Please write the meaning of that. Cannon, double N, a big gun on wheels. You know the wheels? A big gun on wheels. In the past, kings, they would use cannons. Today you go to Rajasthan, you go to any fort. On the top of the fort, you see a big gun placed on two wheels. That is what precisely we call a cannon. And write the meaning of the second word, canon. C-A-N-O-N. Canon means rules. Rules. R-U-L-E-S. Rules and regulations. So this context, your conduct on the field violated the, which one? First one or second one? The second one. Canons of fair play. Rules of fair play. What is the second one? They won the championship in a clean sweep. Compared with or compared to. Please put a star mark this one. Here, if you are talking about the same things, then you have to use compared to. Please make a note. Compared to similar things. Compared with dissimilar things. Compared to similar things, compared with dissimilar. Now here this context talks about similar or dissimilar. First one, they won the championship in a clean sweep. And the other idea, last year's game loss. They are not similar. This year they won, last year they lost. So will you use, it is dissimilar, what will you use? With or to? With, compared with. That is the answer. What is the next one? A proper burial for the deceased. What is the spelling of deceased? Here deceased means a dead person. The first option is the answer. Write the meaning of the word deceased. The first option, a dead person. Dead person. Now what is the answer based on that? 2, 1, 1. Which option is that? First option is the answer. 23 is rather easy. Megan writes in her diary or dairy? DI. What is the second word related to cattle? Okay. The cost is just the oasis is just an illusion or delusion? Answer is illusion. And write the meaning of the word delusion: misapprehension. Misapprehension. Also write false belief. False belief. False. F-A-L-S-E. False belief. You believe something, but it is false. Okay. So answer is the first word, illusion. What is the next one? The disruption, though annoying, was not enough to elicit or illicit? Elicit, first option. Elicit means what? To take out, to make someone respond. Usually it goes with teacher, student, elicit the response, a typical combination. What is the second word over here? Illicit. Illicit means what? Not legal, illegal. Please write illegal. Illicit, illegal. Please write one more word, illegitimate. Illegitimate. This also means illegal, but illegitimate goes with children, illegitimate child, combination. Illicit goes with extramarital relationship, illicit relationship. Combinations are different. So what is the answer here? Which option? Okay, fifth option is the answer. Next one, there are too many ponderous. Please write the meaning of ponderous. Ponderous means clumsy. Clumsy. What is the spelling of clumsy? C-L-U-M-S-Y. Also write the word slow. Slow. Clumsy, slow. Also write dull. D-U-L-L. Dull. Write the meaning of the word imponderables. Means difficult to assess. Difficult to assess. You cannot consider, you cannot assess. Now, based on the context, what is the answer? There are too many. The second option is the answer. Imponderables for an overall prediction. So, something difficult to assess. What is the next one? There was a long, first one or second one? First one, easy. Q, this also comes from the word clue. C-L-U-E. Both mean the same. One meaning. Second meaning, it goes with snookers and billiards. Please make a note. Snookers and billiards. You know the game snookers? Right. Next one, the landlord asked the gardener to hue. First hue goes with color. Please write color. The hues of something means shades of something. It goes with color. And the second one, H-E-W, means cut. Cut branches or trees. So what is the answer now? Okay. Next, the last one. Her garments are loose. Loose, tight. What is the spelling of loose? L-O-O-S-C. First one is also loose, but it is a verb. Loose, lost. The second one, loose, it is an adjective. Loose dress, tight dress. He rings the bell. Which option? That you will definitely answer. What is the meaning of the first word? A ring. Ring means ladies usually, nowadays men also, after washing clothes, what do? They try to twist the cloth so that the water gets drained out. Twisting the cloth is called wringing. Write the meaning. Twist the cloth. Twist the cloth. What is the next one? We use a kind of, what is it? Squeeze is also same meaning. Synonyms. Also write the word squeeze. But subtle difference. If you ask me, sir, what is the difference between squeeze and ring? Squeeze could be in any position, any angle. But a ring, usually you make it something like this, lengthy, and you try to twist. That is the difference. What is the last one over here? we use a kind of wax for which option? First or second? First option, sealing letters. What is the answer based on that? Fourth option is the answer. How are these, easy or difficult? Okay, thanks so much. But display this also. There is a problem here. The passage I got, Cloze test, there are 10 blanks. But the paper you got, how many blanks are there? 5 blanks. Just show the, I don't know which one. I'll do it with the hard copy. You also try to follow the hard copy. You just display the passage. The first one, this is a bit philosophical, not easy to understand the context, but you can get all the 5 right based on your grammar knowledge. Very simple. Use your grammar knowledge, 5 out of 5. So what is the first one over here? Restlessness is the root cause of chaos in individual minds. Most of us has or have. So which option you decide? Second option. Have forgotten the fundamental binding force, the feeling of universal brotherhood. Hence, there is room for interpersonal conflict extending to clashes between communities, societies, and countries. This is due, or this is because we tend to. What is the answer? Which option is that? Fourth option. This is because. The science of spirituality needs to be given a new orientation for wider appeal. Spirituality were nothing. Here it is all about facts. We have to use present tense. And spirituality is singular or plural? So which option is right? First option. Spirituality is nothing but becoming conscious of something. Next one. Modern society as of whole or as a whole? So which option is that? As a whole, values. Modern society, singular. Values, present tense. We should add S or ES to the, here values is a verb. Modern society values something. And what is the last one? The path of positive mysticism enabled us or enables us. Which option is that? Us or one? One. Enables one and achieved, or enables one to achieve. Which option is that? The fourth option is the answer. Thank God it's over. That is a feeling. How many have we done so far? Questions? How many questions? Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So we have done 20 questions, am I right? Passage we'll do tomorrow, not today. I'll just take 2 minutes, then I'll wind up the session. I spoke to Sudhi sir. I did not